They came back with chains still in their shadows, and gold buried beneath the same dirt that once betrayed them. The whole town wanted them gone. Some wanted them dead. But before the sun set, secrets would rise from the ground, and the men everyone hated would be the only ones left to save them. Stay until the end, because what these two ex-convicts did changed the town forever. Dust rolled across the road like smoke from an old fire as two riders entered the town of Red Hollow. Their names were Elias Boone and Carter Wade. 10 years earlier, they had been dragged through these same streets in chains, accused of robbing the town bank and killing Sheriff Nolan. The people had spat at them, cursed them, and cheered when the prison wagon carried them away. Now they were back. Older. Harder. Silent. Every face in Red Hollow turned cold. Mothers pulled children indoors. Men reached for rifles. Storekeepers shut their doors. No one welcomed them. At the saloon steps stood Mayor Grayson, polished boots shining, smile sharp as a knife. "You got nerve coming back here," he said. Elias dismounted slowly. "We came for what belongs to us," the crowd murmured. Carter's hand rested near his holster. Mayor Grayson laughed. "Nothing belongs to criminals." Elias looked around town square, his eyes resting on the old clock tower, then the dried well beside it. "Gold does," he said. The crowd gasped. 10 years ago, before the robbery, rumors spread of a shipment of gold hidden somewhere in Red Hollow. After the sheriff died and Elias and Carter were blamed, the gold was never found. Now the men returned claiming they knew where it was. "You expect us to believe you?" shouted a rancher. "No," Carter said. "We expect you to remember who got rich after we left." Eyes slowly turned toward Mayor Grayson. The mayor's smile faded only for a second. He stepped forward. "These men are liars. Run them out." But before anyone moved, an old woman's voice rang out. "Let them speak." Everyone turned. It was Martha Nolan, widow of the dead sheriff. Bent with age, but eyes burning strong. She stared at Elias. "Did you kill my husband?" Elias removed his hat. "No, ma'am." "Then prove it." The town fell silent. That night Elias and Carter rented the abandoned blacksmith shed at the edge of town. Boys threw rocks at the windows. Men watched from shadows. Inside, Carter paced angrily. "We should have never come back." Elias sat calmly, studying an old map burned into memory. "We didn't survive prison to run now. Even if we find the gold, they'll kill us for it. Then we don't find it for us." Carter stopped. "What are you saying?" Elias looked toward the town. "We find it for the truth." The next morning, the two men walked to the dried well in the square. The town gathered again, waiting like vultures. They lowered ropes, dug stones, pulled rotten wood. Hours passed under the hot sun. Nothing. The crowd laughed. Mayor Grayson smirked. "Told you." But then Carter's shovel struck metal. A hollow clang echoed upward. The laughter died instantly. Buried beneath the well was an iron door. And whatever lay under Red Hollow had been hidden for a reason. The iron door was dragged open with chains and horses. A cold tunnel breathed from below, dark and ancient. Mayor Grayson ordered everyone back. But greed had already infected the crowd. Men rushed forward with lanterns and guns. Elias and Carter led the descent, with Martha Nolan close behind despite warnings. Below the town lay an old mining chamber, untouched for years. Wooden crates lined the walls. Gold bars. Dozens of them. The room erupted into shouting. Men grabbed bars, stuffing pockets, fighting each other. But Elias ignored the treasure. He moved to a rusted desk in the corner and found a ledger wrapped in oilcloth. He opened it. Payments. Names. Dates. The final page froze him. Sheriff Nolan discovered the stolen gold and was murdered for it. Signed witnesses, 2 men now dead. Paid by Mayor Grayson. Before Elias could speak, a gunshot thundered. The ledger flew from his hand. Mayor Grayson stood at the tunnel entrance, revolver smoking. "No one leaves," he snarled. Panic exploded. People scrambled. Lanterns fell. Fire spread along old timber beams. The mine began to collapse. Rocks crashed from above. Smoke filled the chamber. Those who came for gold screamed for their lives. Elias grabbed Martha. Carter shoved trapped townsfolk toward the exit. "Move!" he roared. Men who had cursed them now begged them for help. Elias lifted children onto his shoulders. Carter broke beams with bare hands to free a rancher pinned beneath stone. Gold bars lay everywhere, but neither man touched one. Mayor Grayson tried escaping with sacks of gold. A beam crashed across his legs. He screamed for help. The townspeople hesitated. Elias looked at the man who stole 10 years of his life. Then he walked through fire and lifted the beam. "Why?" Grayson gasped. "Because I won't be you," Elias said. They dragged him out just as the chamber collapsed behind them forever, burying the gold beneath tons of earth. The town stood outside in smoke and silence. No treasure remained. Only truth. Martha Nolan held the surviving ledger pages, tears in her eyes. "My husband died trying to protect this town," she said. Then she turned to Elias and Carter. "And you suffered for his honor." One by one, townspeople lowered their heads. The rancher stepped forward first. Then the storekeeper. Then others. "I'm sorry," they said. For 10 years hatred had ruled Red Hollow. In one night, courage buried it. Mayor Grayson was arrested and taken away in chains, the same chains once forced on innocent men. Days later, Red Hollow rebuilt the well in the center of town. On its stone wall they carved 2 names. Elias Boone. Carter Wade. The men refused money. Refused praise. At sunrise they saddled their horses and rode out quietly. A boy ran after them. "Mr. Boone! Where you headed?" Elias smiled faintly. "Somewhere people need second chances." They rode into the open land, 2 men once condemned, now remembered as heroes. And Red Hollow never again judged a soul by the worst story told about them. Sometimes the world buries truth deeper than gold. But no lie lasts forever, and no person is beyond redemption when courage leads the way. If today's story touched your heart, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And remember, even a small act of kindness can change someone's entire life. Red Heart.